generated.
New platform located.
New era initializing. Stand by.
Cambridgeshire, Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex, Hertfordshire.
New music generator.
New music generator.
New music generator.
Hello, welcome to the New Music Generator. Once again, we are here on a Wednesday night. That was Gabby Rivers and her track called Medicine. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll have seen the video. But you might also be listening to us on DAB digital radio this evening. And if you are, then hello, welcome to the show. The New Music Generator is a 2-hour weekly radio programme dedicated to supporting emerging artists from across East Anglia. My name is Tim Willett, and I am your host for the next 2 hours. We'll play you lots of music that's been sent in to us to play on the programme in the next couple of hours. Plus, we've also got a live studio guest, singer-songwriter George Bone will be here chatting to me about his upcoming single release and just getting to know him generally, having a chat. But he's also going to play live, and we're looking forward to that. If you want to get in touch with the programme or if you want to send your music to us, you can do so via the email address inbox@newmusicgenerator.com. If you are an artist from East Anglia, and by that I mean Cambridgeshire, Suffolk, Norfolk, Bedfordshire, Hertfordshire or Essex, and you want your music to be played on the show, get in touch. Send your music to us via an MP3 or WAV format attachment to an email, and ensure, please, you give us links to your social media and a biography so we know a little bit about you, and we'd be very pleased to hear from you. So we're live on DAB tonight across Suffolk. We're also on YouTube and on Instagram at New Music Generator, and we have a little celebration to make because we did cross over the 200 YouTube subscribers mark just about an hour ago. So if you would like to add, because I'm never satisfied, we've reached 200, now let's get to 250. Go on to our YouTube channel at New Music Generator and give us us a follow, subscribe on there. It doesn't cost you anything. Just means you can get in touch with us on the live chat, which Brooke is doing at the moment. Hello, Brooke. And you can also obviously watch back our live shows. If you are watching on the video, then some of the tracks you'll be able to see the music videos for. You'll also be able to see me and any guests live in the studio. Right, let's move on and play you a track from last week's playlist. This is Cambridgeshire's producer and I guess composer Ben Mulholland, aka Mulholland Jive, and his brilliant new track. This is called Jurassic Shark. I think there's only one word to describe that track, to be honest, and that is epic. It also has a very cleverly titled name, Jurassic Shark, which is quite difficult to say as a radio presenter. Even more difficult to say when you were a radio presenter that decided he would book quite intrusive dentistry this morning. So I did go to the dentist, and I was a very good boy. I was there for over an hour. It was quite a lot of work. Don't eat lots of sugar is probably my as I'm lying there, I'm thinking I should really cut back on the sugar, and then I come home and I have like a glass of full sugar orange squash and forget about that thought. But yes, I'm pleased to say that the numbness has worn off now, and also not in any pain, which is also good. So doing a radio show whilst half of your mouth is basically completely numb was quite a daunting prospect, but we're all good. So Jurassic Shark, I can say it clearly and precisely. This is the New Music Generator, broadcasting across East Anglia and around the world, supporting new music from across the region. And we're going to play you a new track now. By the way, that Mulholland Jive track is out on Friday, 17th. I'm going to play you a new track now from singer-songwriter Macy Naya. This one is out tomorrow. That's Thursday, as we're broadcasting live, Thursday the 16th. And it is titled The Devil Wears What She Wants. It's a track that empowers women who live unapologetically on her own terms, wearing what she wants, doing what she wants, and refusing to be defined by society's expectations instead of being feared or judged. Her confidence and independence are something to be celebrated. This is Macy Naya. The devil wears what she wants.
Straight into Macy's, stirring up mayhem. Doesn't really matter what the price tag's saying. Her own playpen, dressed up in denim. She's the inspiration on the mood board you're making. Yeah, it's cerulean blue, but what's it to you? And it's pretty cute from a down here view. The devil wears what she wants, and she looks good in it. She looks so good in it. No standard slips on her watch, and we all want a bit. We crave the taste of it. Falling onto our knees, eating up at her feet, begging for just a piece, and that's all. The devil wears what she wants, and she looks good in it. She looks so good in it. Say you don't like her, but you'll kill to be with her. She's the best accessory, the front page feature. You wanna join in, be where the noise is, but florals in spring, hardly groundbreaking. Yeah, it's a crimson red, get that into your head. And it's pretty cute, but she's laughing at you. The devil wears what she wants, and she looks good in it. She looks so good in it. No standard slips on her walls, and we all want a bit. We crave the taste of it. Falling onto our knees, eating up at her feet, begging for just a piece, and that's all. The devil wears what she wants, and she looks good in it. She looks so good in it. The devil wears what she wants, wears what she wants. Devil wears what she wants. The devil wears what she wants, wears what she wants. Devil wears what she wants. The devil wears what she wants, and she looks good in it. She looks so good in it.
NMG award-winning artist from last year, Macy Naya, and The Devil Wears What She Wants. On the NMG Awards, by the way, if you are a singer-songwriter, band, producer from East Anglia, and if your music is featured on the programme with an original release any time before the end of May, then you will be eligible to be considered for a nomination for this year's awards, which are on September the 11th, held at the Apex in Bury St Edmunds. So if you haven't, if you're listening yet and you think, oh, I haven't released anything since the last event, which was last September, through until the end, or you're not going to release anything through until the end of May, you might want to reconsider things if you fancy a nomination, because time is running out. The end of May is literally about 6 weeks away. So get your skates on and make sure you send your music into us, inbox at newmusicgenerator.com. Hello to Sue. She's listening on DAB tonight, listening live briefly. She says, oh, we'll catch up on the rest tomorrow. Glad you are back. Glad I'm back on the radio, Sue. How long were we off the radio for? 2 months? Yeah, about 2 months. The show is back on proper radio tonight. We are on YouTube, and we will continue to be on, because I like doing the visualized stuff, and I think it adds an extra element. But there's nothing quite like being back on the proper radio, and we're on a bigger radio station than we were before anyway. So quite frankly. Hello to Brooke, who's in the YouTube chat, and she says she's made Wednesdays her daily routine. I think you said you're in Canada, Brooke, didn't you? So it's not Wednesday evening where you are, but at some point on Wednesday, she says you can expect me to be in the audience a lot more often. And she's told Myopia about our new show announcement that we made last week on our YouTube channel. We're going to be adding lots of other content, lots of other programming. And we had Alex here last week, who's going to be hosting a new series called Behind the Music, which is an in-depth interview series that's going to be getting underway very soon. And she's told Myopia about that. I have heard from Myopia about that, actually. I haven't told Alex yet, but yeah, we'll get them on at some point, I'm sure. Right, let's continue with the music, and this one is brand new, released last Friday from the Suffolk, Bury St Edmunds based group Jaded Teeth, who headlined the inaugural Club Columbia night that happened at the Apex in Bury St Edmunds last Friday. It was an event that I was co-promoting and was very, very pleased with the outcome. It's been, Bury St Edmunds has got a great music scene, thriving music scene, and everyone's very supportive of one another. For years, Seymour has been doing the washing machine nights at the Hunter Club, and we're pleased that the Hunter Club's going to be back up and running for live gigs very soon. After some recent changes. But the Apex is somewhere that we've tried to get young people through the door and provide opportunities for young bands to perform on that stage. And obviously we do that with the NMG Awards, and we do that with the Bury Sound Final that we hold there. But Club Columbia was a new initiative, and we were really pleased with the way that it was received. So we had over 300 people in on Friday night for 4 local bands, and that was Chest, who were playing originally from Norwich, of course, and Jaded Teeth, who were the headline act, the Portland from over in Peterborough, and the opening act was meant to be Icarus, but unfortunately Tom from Icarus got taken ill at the last minute. So Chance for Good from Framlingham took their spot and did a very good job opening up the night. So we thank all of those artists. So this track was released on the same day as Club Columbia, and the band played it as part of their set. So this is new from Jaded Teeth. It's called Rio.
Human beings in idle, buy myself some new shoes, walk my way to find you, stuck to you like glue. We found Jesus at home, standing tall like Rio. See my faith as a ghost, but I keep pushing through. Wash my hands in my face, give yourself a new name. Trying to gamble on fate, go down Alabama, place your bet on your star, trying to keep us apart. Did you hear the fable by the angel Gabriel? Disconnect the devil, raised by Mother Mary. Joseph left at 13, will God ever find me? But I keep pushing.
And there we go. That is the new track from Jaded Teeth. It is called Rio. I should have remembered that it was quite a short track, 1 minute and 57 seconds. I don't think Jaded Teeth do many songs that are longer than about 2 minutes, to be honest. So that one almost caught me out there. It's available now. You can stream it in all the usual places. And say they are originally from Bury St Edmunds, and I'm sure they'll be playing another gig in the town very soon indeed. Later on, we'll mention the Brighton the Corners Festival, or Daya again, which is happening in Ipswich. I think next weekend, weekend after next. It's a free all day happening all over the town. It's the first time it's happened in Ipswich an all-day music event that's happened in Ipswich for a long time, if at all. So we'll make sure we mention that one later on. Jaded Teeth have been involved in Brighten the Corners in the past as well. This is the New Music Generator. We are here every Wednesday night for 2 hours of the best music from emerging artists from across East Anglia. And this next track is for fans of Wolf Alice, Soundgarden, Paramore, Evanescence and Queens of the Stone Age. And we have an exclusive on it because it's not due out for release until the 8th of May. It's called Sun and Moon. It's a tragic love story about celestial soulmates who are destined to be apart. Sometimes fate has different plans to our own, and this song is an ode to that. It is by singer-songwriter Gabrielle Ornate, and it sounds like this.
Silent burning, crescent destiny may never bloom. Astral yearning, dripping echoes of a cherished tune. Born to commune, damn synergy, decree to be eternal star-crossed road memories. In distant space, we alternate, chained, paralyzed angel. It's true when they say, fall on fate must preordained. While we're wandering
love Gabrielle's voice. That's Sun and Moon, the new single from Gabrielle or Nate. It will be out on the 8th of May, so you've got 3 weeks or so to wait for that, but I'm sure it'll appear on our playlist again at some point before then. I mentioned the Brighten the Corners all-dayer, which is happening in Ipswich on the 25th of April, so a week on Saturday. This is an all-dayer event, a free all-dayer event that's happening at various different locations around Ipswich. It is free to attend, as I say, and it's all linked to Brighten the Corners Festival, which is an annual summer event that happens in the town. They have today revealed their full lineup, so I'm just going to go through and mention the NMG-supported acts, which are probably still quite a few, but otherwise I'll sound like I'm just reading a shopping list full of names. So these are the artists that are going to be performing on the 25th of April. You have to check the social media of Brighten the Corners to see exactly where they're all performing. But a different kitchen are there. NMG award-winning artist from last year won the Best Rock category. Arthur Black is involved, also playing A Chance for Good, who I mentioned a minute ago, from Framlingham. You've got Chest, you've got The Detour, who are going to be on this show as guests in next week, actually. We're going to play a track from them in a bit. Eve's Delight, also Hollow Waves, we're going to play in a minute. Jaded Teeth, I've just mentioned. Juliet, she's also there. Loom is playing. Mama Oh No, Robin Torbit, Raiski, Sabuku, and Zamana Fitri are the NMG artists that we played before on that. There's also a load of DJs on there as well. If you go to Brighten the Corners Ips on Instagram, you will find the full poster with the details on there. That's a week on Saturday. I'll probably do more on that on the show next week. So if you are watching us live on YouTube, you can get in the chat and say hello. Brooke is there. We've established that she is Canadian, and it is 2:25 p.m. in Canada at the moment where she is. But George, who we'll hear from in a minute, Brooke wants to know precisely, don't need to know your exact address, but precisely where you were from in Canada. Just curious, nearest city, and can you speak French, unlike the head of Canadian Airlines? That's the question. We'll come back to your answer in a little while. You can also email us if you want to, inbox@newmusicgenerator.com, and you're most welcome to get in touch, whether you're listening to us live tonight on Wednesday or back again on another day. So, Hollow Waves, young band based in and around Cambridge, are playing at Brighten the Corners. They're also in the final of the Cambridge Band Competition, which I think is also on that same date, or could be the day before. I need to check that. But anyway, they've got a busy weekend coming up. This is their track called Eyes Shut. It's their debut single.
Tired moist your hair on me. And I just can't decide if you wanna stay the night. And you don't wanna sing. If the story ends with me.
Hollow Waves and Eyes Shut, playing Bright in the Corners all day in Ipswich next weekend, and also in the final of the Cambridge Band Competition. And I did say that I would look up the details of that and when the final is, and then completely forgot. So I'm now looking it up. The final is on April the 24th, so that's next Friday. So actually, they've got 2 gigs in 2 days rather than 2 gigs in 1 day, which is probably best. We're going to speak to George in just a few minutes' time. Before we do that, though, we are going to play a track from Voyage. And quite handily, it popped up in the chat on YouTube, is Dan Sutton, who went to work in the studio last week with Kyle, who's the main lead man of Voyage. And they met each other at the NMG Awards. Having a crafty smoke out the front of the venue. I don't mind how people meet each other, whether it's indulging in things like that or better. He says, "Hope you're doing well." I am, Dan. Thank you. I'll wave at you in the camera. Hello, Dan. Dan was a studio guest a couple of weeks ago and was here actually with his electric piano, much like George is tonight. But yeah, Dan went to go and work on a track with Kyle, and I've seen some video evidence of the production, and it looks like they got on like a house on fire. And the resulting track is going to be a bop. So I'm looking forward to hearing that. In the meantime, let's hear another bop that Kyle's responsible for. These guys are from Harwich in Essex. This is Carousel. like that a lot. That is the definition of a bop, that track. That's Voyage and their track called Carousel, available now. And if you're watching on YouTube, you saw the music video for that as well. This is the New Music Generator. We're broadcasting live across Suffolk on DAB Digital Radio. We are online on YouTube and Instagram, and we are also available to listen to again as a podcast on our website. All the details of how you can listen to the show and the various different radio stations we are on available on our website, newmusicgenerator.com. And if you want to send us your music, here is a reminder of how you can do so.
To submit your music to the show, email an MP3 or WAV file to inbox@newmusicgenerator.com, ensuring you include a short biography and links to your social media.
All submissions from within our coverage area in East Anglia will be considered for airplay.
And hello to Dan again. He's listening and watching with his girlfriend. They're on holiday in North Wales. So hi, Dan. Thank you. It's time to say hello to another person. Our guest this week is Mr. George Bone. Hello.
Hello, how are we doing?
Very well. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad. We could go in a circle doing this for the entire day.
No, how are you?
Yeah, not so bad. Genuinely, it is great to be here. It's great to be on YouTube and Instagram Live, and also Suffolk DAB as well.
Yes.
For the first time.
For the first time for this show,
For the first
yeah.
time for this show. It's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
absolute honour. Thank you so much for having me.
There we go. We should probably get it out there now. I did say to you beforehand we wouldn't mention it, but I'm feeling brave.
Okay, go for it. What are
Okay.
we mentioning?
So, the first time that we are on DAB radio
Yeah.
in Suffolk, and the listeners to the station probably know this anyway because I've been on the station for a while. But and this is brave saying this given what happened at the weekend.
Let it all out. Let it all
But
out.
I know I am a Norwich City fan, and obviously everybody, well, most people that listen are supporting Ipswich. You are also a Norwich City fan.
I am also a Norwich
So
City
we're
fan.
two Norwich City fans on a radio station in Suffolk, and we might just been cut off at
Yeah.
this point.
Hello to all the new listeners, and also from that information, goodbye,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess.
Exactly. It's fine. We wish you all the best, and thank you for visiting Norwich.
It was very nice, as he says, crying into the microphone.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
anyway, that's beside the point. It is great to be here talking about music.
It
and
is.
Those tracks that we've just heard are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you were enjoying those.
Yeah, they like with the Voyage track, they were absolute bops, genuinely. Like the talent in this area of the United Kingdom should not be slept on. It is so incredible. And then you've now got me in the studio. Why? But no, in all seriousness, thank you so much. Yeah, it's brilliant to talk about this new music that I've got.
How
as
does
well.
it make you feel when you're sitting here and you're listening to all these amazing artists? Does it make you feel inspired?
It does, because there are so many people that are from different musical perspectives. There are so many people who've had different musical journeys than you, that it is so fun to hear where they have come from, hear the music that has inspired them, hear the environment in which has inspired them, and have a collectiveness of, okay, we're taking on a bigger music industry controlled by bigger and more powerful labels than we could ever hope. And we're
Yeah.
making our individual worlds and the individual worlds of people around us so much better. And especially at this moment in time, I think that's the best thing that any of us can do. Just make our own smaller worlds a bit brighter. And if you do that by releasing music, I will support you all the way.
Yeah, definitely. George, do you remember the first time that we were introduced to each other? And I don't mean in person. I mean like I played your music on the show.
I think it was the start of 2025. I
Okay.
think it was the start of 2025. I released What a Beautiful Monday on March the 3rd.
That's the song
of
we played
2025.
first, yeah.
Yes. And that was the first song that I had got played on New Music Generator, and it started a lovely little working relationship between the two of us as well. I've submitted every song that I've released since then. Granted, there have only been 2 up until that point, but that's beside the point. Every song is still 100%.
Well, we appreciate this.
But yeah, it's grown into a relationship where I also got nominated for Best Male Artist at the NMG Awards
Yeah.
last year, which was a pleasure to go to and interact with. Again, so many brilliant independent musicians from the East Anglia region. And now I'm back here as a guest, not only promoting a new single that I've got coming out, but maybe something bigger than that. Who knows? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Off air, George told me quite a lot of things, and then I said, you've got a caveat, anything that I'm not allowed to say on air, because otherwise I will say it.
Yes, and I've given that permission
Yes.
live to slip that in
Exactly.
now.
It's like when people send their music to me and they say, oh, great to play your song. And I get back to them and I say, oh, great, you're going to be played this week. And they go, oh, no, sorry, I don't mean, don't play it now. Can you play it in 3 weeks' time, please?
Oh.
I'm like, well, You need to tell me that, otherwise
Yeah.
I'm just going to play it anyway.
On a serious note, like for all of the musicians listening who are sending in their bios, make sure that you have like in big bold letters
big
at the
letters.
top, embargo date until this time.
Yeah.
And even then, the radio station can slip it past accidentally. But then you
Yeah.
know it's not your fault.
No.
You've done that.
No.
Yeah,
If you
always have
if
that.
you put it in big letters at the top of the email, I will see it. I like to call it umbongo instead of embargo.
It's Umbongo.
Do you remember umbongo?
I do remember
Good.
Umbongo.
That's probably a cultural reference that some younger people might not be
An
familiar with.
incredible reference to pull out of the hat on a Wednesday evening.
There you go. So it's been a year and a bit.
It has, yes.
And you said you came to the awards last year and you met a few. You were saying that you met Ross Stewart.
Yeah, Ross Stewart's absolutely incredible. He performed and then won an award as well.
Yeah.
And him sitting directly next to me in the seating plan with this trophy that he brought down, and then having everyone gawk over how incredible his performance and voice was.
Yeah.
And then I'm also there clapping and being like, how dare you?
I want one of those.
Yeah, but also they're absolutely incredible. And I met so many people. Was it Macy who was on the show
Yeah,
earlier?
yeah.
I met them at the awards as well. Grace Calver was at the awards as well. Both incredible artists as well. And it was just so nice. Again, like I said, being in an environment with loads of different musos who come from different areas of music, but all want to collaborate on the fact that, hey, we're all in this together, a la High School Musical.
Yes. Oh, nice. I like you throw that reference in there
that's
as
a
well.
2005 reference.
Oh, that's now an earworm that's going to go around my head until I play it later on. Yeah, like that. Well, it's to say you're embracing what we're kind of trying to do here, which is kind of create a community that's very supportive of one another.
Absolutely.
It motivates you and drives you on. And we'll see what this year brings you as far as the awards go.
I'm incredibly excited for this year just to release and get music out
Yeah.
there. And if people want to recognise it, they can, but they are under no obligation to.
So let's go back to the very beginning in terms of your musical career. What's led you to be here now? Who's inspired you to start writing and performing music?
So I started singing in choirs at around the age of 5, so very choral stuff,
Yeah.
and that's why I ultimately went to Durham to study music when I was 18. But I sort of learnt how to sing from choirs from the age of 5 onwards. Then as puberty hits, you had to change vocal layers very dramatically,
Yeah.
and then knew that to be a self-sufficient musician that I wanted to, I had to accompany myself with some sort of instrument or some sort of person to help me along the way. And I thought I needed to be self-sufficient, and it was either learning the piano or learning the guitar at the start of year 10, I believe. And learning that the guitar hurt my fingers, and I
Yeah.
didn't want an instrument that fought back. So I learned how to play the piano, but which was a good choice in the short term. Long term, carrying around one of those for gigs, especially in London and around the country, is
Yeah.
fun. But it allowed me to become self-sufficient, and I got inspired by a load of country musicians who I was listening to at the time, who were on my dad's iPod Nano on rotation. So Dan and Shay, Chris Stapleton, Darius Rucker, by extension Hootie and the Blowfish as well. Then when I went up to uni, there was a load of jazz inspirations because it was a very jazz-heavy uni as well. Tom Misch had just released Geography,
Oh, yeah.
an incredible album, one of my top 5 favourite albums of all time, and that influenced me heavily to go in a different sonic direction. But then as COVID hit and I was dramatically evacuated from university, a load of people were making a load of introspective, very DIY bedroom pop music. So Bruno Major's second album released. Eloise had released her EP just before COVID. People like Leve were coming up as well, Lizzie McAlpine, and then Tom Misch made a more sort of insular album in 2020 as well to capitalise on that success. The list goes on and on. And so I've taken all of those cumulative successes and put them into a collective smorgasbord of whatever this is as an artist project. And so the storytelling of country music mixed with sometimes the lovely, like lush soundscapes of commercial south of the river jazz that presented itself in late 2010s.
So you self-taught on the piano?
I am, yes. Well, technically, I did grades up to grade 2, got fed up and quit after that, and then
Right.
I had to learn grades for at least something to get into uni, and that was my voice. But I recently just gave like a few piano lessons to people who were doing like grade 4 and stuff like that, and it is so easy, the transferable skills, not only from theory but then also just doing lower grades, that you can then pick up and then teach people. And they don't need to take it as seriously as ABRSM are forcing them to. But also, it's just so easy just to get into music, and the first obstacle to music is just playing in the first place. But yeah, all self-taught, all derived from whatever is up here, and the ideas and the expansions of other people who I've also listened to on the London and Essex and Suffolk gigging circuit as well.
Okay. Well, I guess we should probably put some of this into practice.
We probably should, yeah.
George is going to do 2 live songs for us, and then we're going to play his new single at the end, which is released at the end of this week. So, what are you going to play for us first?
Yeah, so this first song is going to be called Note from a Bottle, and it was written in January of 2025 with another brilliant singer-songwriter called Mac Adams. We had sort of a pseudo-therapy session on the sofa at the studio that we had booked out for the day. And we were talking about the direction that we saw our lives going in, and especially looking back at sort of 6-year-old self, reading the Oh, the Places You'll Go books, looking back and thinking, have we done everything that we wanted to set out to do in life, and maybe feeling a bit disappointed in ourselves. So this is a song called Note in a Bottle. It's the note that I would throw my older self to tell myself that everything was going to be fine. And this is the final lead single coming out on what is going to be a collection of work coming out later in September.
All right, when you're ready.
I hid a note in a bottle a long time ago, proud of the letters and answers I wrote, blue ink like the sea, with the pen my mom gave to me. So I waited through water, put my lips toward the glass, but my little arm couldn't throw it that far. It drifted away. I hope that it's read someday. What if the reader wanted to know the stories and reasons behind what I thrown? Would I be happy if I was the one who picked up the bottle and read what I'd done? Would I feel guilty or would I feel proud if little old me could see the midnight? Now I'm still waiting to hear a reply from the bottle you threw with all our hopes inside. 'Cause growing up shows there's only so long to go. What if the water got into the glass, blurred all the messages, changed up my past? As soon as you threw it, it was out of our hands. Something that 8-year-old me didn't plan. Oh, would I be happy if I was the one who picked up the bottle and read what I'd done? Would I feel guilty or would I feel proud if little old me could see the midnight? See the midnight. I know I'd be happy with what I had done. I know it looks different from when I was young. No need to feel guilty, 'cause I'll make me proud by being the version of me I am now. Thank you very much.
Wow, beautiful.
Thank you.
You got some lungs on you when you do those long notes and loud bits at the end. Yeah.
Oh, bless you. That's genuinely really kind of you. Thank
Not
you so
just
much.
me. YouTube comments. Brooke says his singing is beautiful.
Oh my
OMG.
Thank you, Brooke.
And Dan says, my word, I forgot how good this dude was. There you go.
Me graciously taking compliments,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
me being the secret narcissist to be like, keep them coming. But no,
Take
that's
it.
very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brooke, for coming in from Canada as well, from 5
Yes.
hour time difference away.
Yes.
Incredible.
We didn't. I don't think I said on air where you were from in the end, did we, Brooke?
No, I don't think we did. To save identity, but also incredible commitment to independent music from the United Kingdom that you're listening
Well,
across the
Brooke
Atlantic.
listened or watched our first YouTube show,
Oh, that's incredible.
and has been here ever since.
Wow.
So yeah,
No way.
there we go.
Thank you, Brooke.
So
Big
thanks-
shout out to Brooke.
Thanks, Brooke. And you can watch on YouTube. We are streaming live on YouTube, so if you want to see George and see him play live, then you can do that as well. And if you miss any of the show, you can always find it again to listen to on demand, and our podcast is available, all the details on our website, newmusicgenerator.com. So George is here, and he is from Essex,
am.
but born originally in Norfolk.
Born originally in Norwich, yeah.
So what was it that took you from away
was-
from Norfolk?
It was my dad's job, really. So he had qualified as a solicitor about 4 months before I was born, and so my parents moved down to Essex around when I was about 4 months old, because they realised that he just qualified as a criminal solicitor as well.
Okay.
So there was more crime in Essex, so therefore there was more work to be had. And so the argument that my dad made to my mum, a difficult argument, was, let's take our newly born son down to an area where there's statistically more crime for work. And she said, I'll go on then.
Sure.
And so I've been living down in Essex ever since. But I've got loads of familial relationships to Norfolk. My nan still lives in Norwich itself, and a load of my extended family live in Alsham, which is halfway on the Cromer Road.
Yeah.
So a lovely area of the country that I'm so excited to visit every time I drive up there.
So neither do you have a Norfolk accent or a typical Essex accent.
I do not. This is a
How have you managed this?
This is a weird amalgamation of everything. I wanted to make sure, I realized, especially when I was younger, I wanted to make sure that I wanted to stand out, but not in like the way of like, clearly music has made me stand out, but also in a way of, I didn't want to really like conform to the sounds that like I was given, because like I remember like a lot of early 2000s pop just not sitting comfortably with me and not really finding a way how to do that, and then finding my own identity as well from finding my own voice and my own music. It definitely did help doing choir to make sure that my voice was prim and proper.
Yeah.
And I also did drill stuff when I was younger as well, so marching as well, so that has allowed me to have quite a good posture.
I say you are sat in that chair very upright.
Yeah, for people who
I'm
are looking,
slouching in
for
mine.
people who are looking, this is what 13 years of drill does to
Yes.
you.
Well, that's good.
but
It'll
also-
serve you well when you're older and you don't have any back problems.
Or when I'm carrying around my piano
Oh, that's
right now,
true,
and
yes.
it degrades so quickly after
Yeah.
that. But also at the same time, making sure that talking properly to authority figures and stuff like that. That drilled any Essex or Norfolk accent out of me. And so whenever I'm at like family gatherings, it does seem like me and at least my sister are the sort of sore thumbs out there, because we sound nothing like anyone else
Right.
at the function. And so yeah, it's fun to be like, oh, how are you related? But also knowing that like we're 100 miles away down south, somewhere near Southend, and also not sounding like someone from Southend as well.
Yeah. Do you think being closer to London has helped you in your music career?
It's sad. I will have to say yes, but I'm saying it begrudgingly, because London is such a big metropolitan hub that it's almost impossible to avoid as a musician, and I wish there were other places that functioned like London. Manchester and Liverpool, obviously great infrastructures, but just don't have the sort of like the sort of expanding budget and the expanding range that London has. And even doing university up in Durham as well, we had Newcastle to go to,
Yeah.
but they had their sort of specific sound that didn't really fit with anything that I was doing or making at the time. So a lot of my early career was crafting a sound out of trying to fit all of the Lego pieces of my life together into some sort of like I said at the top of the show, some sort of smorgasbord of whatever this is, and very heavily influenced by the small communities that help me to become who I am. Like, for example, my hometown is Southwold-on-Ferrers in Essex, about 10 minutes away from Wickford. And there aren't many really like big music people from around there. Like the big person that I'm thinking off the top of my head is Ollie Fox, and he got big about a year or two ago, and I've not really heard from him since. Maybe there's an album coming, I don't know.
Right.
But there's other than that, like the Chelmsford scene is the next closest, and only after about 2 or 3 years or so are you starting to sort of scrape through the scene of how many other incredibly talented people are there, but just the infrastructure is not there. So while it's helped, I wish there were more areas like the country that functioned like London.
Yeah, it is. It has a lot of positives, but there are some negatives to London as well.
Yeah.
Last year was a pretty good year for you as a musician, as an artist.
Yeah.
Tell me some of the highlights of 2025.
Yeah, some of the highlights involved 3 singles coming out, one of which was supposed to be part of a commercial deal for an airline that will not be named because they fell through on the project, sadly. But either way, the song...
But that's, even to get that close is really cool.
Yeah, even to get that close and have people pay for that song to be made and recorded is an incredible honour in the first place. But also at the same time, I got nominated for 4 different awards from 4 different radio stations. I didn't win any of them, which is a shame, but it's good. It's good
something to build on.
Yeah, it's good to be counted, genuinely. Like, and I mean that in all seriousness. It's good to be counted and to meet new people at these events as well. I did my first ever headline show at Folklore in Hoxton. I am also a repetiteur for people, so I accompanied some incredible people. I was one of the first UK artists for the UK edition of Antisocial Camp as well, and that's where I ended up working with BMG and accompanying Libby Whitehouse there for her performance there on the night as well. So a lot of the foundational work was done last year, and I'm really proud of that. And now in 2026 is the year that sort of I build on those foundations and release the sound that you are going to be hearing later and the sound that you have just heard playing live in the studio.
Yeah. You were saying to me before we came on, don't worry, this is not one of the things I'm not supposed to talk about.
That's absolutely fine.
That you're also a session musician for other artists, one of which is going to be on Saturday Night Live in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so I ended up getting flown out to Berlin by BMG to play for Meek at Berlin Music House because she had just released her mini EP. And they wanted to do a big celebration, so we went through about 6 different radio stations on a random Thursday in March, and to then perform with her at a sold-out show at Berlin Music House was incredibly fun, but also incredibly daunting at the same time because I'd never done anything commercially as big. But it was really fun talking to all of Meek's management team and knowing that they all support a championships club that they each despise in their own right.
It's the best league.
Yeah,
League.
It's so fun. And so it was breakfast the next day after we'd gone to bed at 2:00 that morning, very drunk and kebab in hand, where we were sort of taking like a walk of shame to breakfast again. And me, the Norwich City supporter, Meek's manager, a Southampton supporter, and the head of BMG UK being a Hull City supporter, all sitting around breakfast just being like, why do you support this club? And then having, which was really, really nice because then they were also like, we'd love to have you back and do some more stuff with us, which is brilliant, but also a weird bonding exercise at 9:00 in the morning to talk about Hull City and Ollie McBurney's transfer history.
Football's quite a good topic to draw people together. There are some people obviously that aren't interested in it, but a lot of people are.
Yeah.
So you can normally find some form of common ground in there as well,
or uncommon ground, and then that brings you together because of the dyads working against each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you also do some work for Yamaha?
I do, yes. I was lucky to be made the social media presenter for Yamaha Music London specifically in May of last year. And so that involves being in a load of their press packets, a load of their product videos, a load of their SEO videos. And I had the joy of not only starring in, but producing and editing their Christmas campaign this year. And for that to be seen by between 4 to 5 million people on YouTube ads around the UK was incredible. But then I just constantly got photos from people being like, George, is this you in this Yamaha advert that has popped up? And then even this year to be like, oh yeah, I saw you in a Yamaha advert when the Ambassadors Final was 2 years ago at Yamaha Music London. Gorgeous ornate building. And to know people know me from Yamaha adverts and SEO adverts that I've done is terrifying, but also a weird sense of, oh, this is what influencers must feel like.
Yeah.
This is what they must feel like. Like, it's
Well,
very.
you are one of a kind.
Oh, that's terrifying to be told that on air and be like, I do relate to that comment, because I've also worked with Unheard as well, doing music marketing promo for them as well, and it's very weird when companies look at you and what you've brought to the table and are like, yeah, we'll invest in that, and then when you turn up on set being like, is this good enough, and then being like, that's exactly what we wanted because it's just you. I'm like, wow, that's great for not only people accepting you as who you are for an artist, but also at the same time that they wanted that. Okay, fair enough. And you're paying me for that? Okay.
I can totally see, but I mean, obviously I've chatted to you and met you a few times in person before, but I can totally see why somebody would pick you up as being social media influencer. You've got a very outgoing, infectious personality.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes to my detriment, because sometimes I chat for England, but also at the same time, it's then good on radio shows like this.
Oh, I love it.
When the host can just ask a question.
I'll just let you go.
Yeah, you just let me go. It's like a wind-up toy, really.
Yeah.
I recorded a podcast with Jake Peach from BBC Essex, his Breakthrough podcast series as well, and I don't think he ended up asking me more than about 15 questions in the hour that we recorded, because as soon as he sets me off, I'm like, okay, I've got so many random things to talk about. I'm like, this topic, and he's like, well, moving on, because you covered everything. I think I was called by the videographer afterwards. He was like, George, you're a podcast machine. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah.
I'd much rather interview people that have got a lot to say than somebody who gives me a one-word answer and I'm scrabbling around after 5 minutes to think of anything else to ask
and then
them.
then you're having to like get blood out of a stone to be like, so you've got a new song coming up? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it about? It's about this. Mm-hmm. So we're going to listen to it? Yeah, I guess we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you
I
know
could
it.
be like that.
You know it.
Yeah.
So just reflecting then on what we were just saying, those sort of opportunities you're getting and the people that you've met, the contact list that you're kind of building, all of this is going to help you with your career going forward, isn't it?
That's the hope. I mean, there's part of me, the very selfish part of me, is like, well, I don't do this for nothing. But also at the same time, it's good to know so many people who could help you, and then also be nice to them on the way up. Because one of my favorite sayings in the music industry is, be nice to the people on the way up because you're going to meet them on the way down.
Yep.
And so it's just so nice to, for an industry that is known for like being like very catty and backstabby at times, to meet people who also invest in you, you invest in them, you work with them on the way up. And now through talking to them, I've met my publisher who I work with now, I've met my manager, I've met my producer who I've worked with since 1-2 Summer Fling was released almost 2 years ago now. And so those working relationships have established themselves quite well, and I'm so happy that people want to take a punt on me, and I'm very grateful that I then get to work with them on their projects.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Right, we'll touch on your plans for this year and play the single in a minute, but you're going to do another live song for us first.
I am, yes.
So what's this next one?
This is called Floating Away, and it was written by myself and my friend Naomi Cook, who's a very musical theatre writer. And a lot of this next collection of work is coming up from a breakup that happened on a specific bench in Chelmsford in about February of 4 years ago. And it's very good songwriting material. Taylor Swift, thank you very much. And so this is called Floating Away, from the experiences of you just feel like you're not as attached to them as you felt even a month ago, even a week ago. And it's the sort of small incremental things. And this is called Floating Away. I did not expect to hand you my keys. I did not expect you to actually leave. This is just a joke. We'll laugh all about it tomorrow. This is just a fight. No, we'll get past. That's just what you do when you want things to last. And when you go away, I know you'd expect me to follow, but I feel us flow. away. Baby, we're floating away. I'm caught in the moment and know it was over till the sobering moment that you walked away. Baby, we're floating away. I knew I was aware that we were a mess. I guess that we just needed some alone time to rest, 'cause that's what worked before, and I guess this is one time too many. So go get in your coffin just so far away that now even the memory of you starts to fade. Now you're out of sight, and the silence is deafening for me. But I feel us floating away. Baby, we're floating away. No, I'm caught in the moment and know it was over till the sobering moment that you walked away. Baby, we're floating away. But I feel us floating away. Baby, we're floating away. Now I guess it's goodbye, not a tree to be seen. Why would I cry when I've been here a million times? I dreamed every night for a happier ending, but dreams are just scenes that your brain keeps pretending. Now I'm caught in the moment and know it was over till the sobering moment that you walked away. Baby, we're floating Cheers, thank you very much.
Thank you. George Bone and Floating Away. So those two tracks that you've played live, they are both available for people to stream?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Only...
No, not yet. Only this.
Only that one?
Only this track that's going to be played.
Oh, only
next.
the next one.
So
Okay.
I wanted to give like a little tease of what's coming out. So Floating Away and Note in a Bottle, which you heard earlier, are all going to be part of the collection of music that's coming out later this year.
Brilliant.
And I'm glad that I can formally announce that now. And yeah, so they're going to be on my debut EP coming out on September 24th with a headline show to celebrate it at Paper Dress Vintage in Hackney on the exact same date. So Note in a Bottle, which you heard first, is going to be the last single out from that release, and Floating Away, the song that you just heard, is going to be the second lead single coming out on May 28th or 29th, whichever is a Friday.
Okay. Check your diaries.
Check your diaries, everyone.
Okay, cool. I feel like I've heard that song before, and you probably played it when you played at the Plough, didn't you?
I did,
Yeah.
yes. Me and my producer Finn Connolly were halfway through producing that, so we didn't realise what the ultimate sound of it would be. But since then, we've got an incredible live drummer called Sam Porteous to do all of the recordings.
Oh, I
for
know
this.
Sam.
Yeah, he's from Forever Forever, who is the drummer for Forever Forever. Finn Connolly is also the front man for Forever Forever, and he produced my entire EP coming out. And I have never had saxophone in any of my music before, so we spent an entire day with the incredibly talented Sophie Koslowska Oliver.
I love a saxophone.
We all love a saxophone.
I'm a sucker for a saxophone.
When we get the saxophone player to do a load of extended technique stuff as well, it's just like a load of lovely sound design that we add as like not necessarily synth pads in the background, but just like an extra layer, and you can hear the breadth inside of it as well, and you can hear the atmosphere that's built just from the actual function of the brass itself. And they were so incredible to have recording at Goldsmiths that day in East London.
Nice.
So such an incredible process to record that through. But yes, you have absolutely heard that song before. TLDR, yes.
Now I have to draw your attention to something that slightly off topic, is that we were talking about somebody off air earlier on who did a cover of one of your songs.
Yes.
And he is actually watching.
No way!
He's in the chat. So Ben Mulholland Jive, we played Jurassic Shark earlier. I presume he's still there, Ben.
Hi,
He
Ben.
says, thanks for playing the track. And when I played that, George says that Ben did a cover of one of your tracks.
Yeah, he did. So The Wrong Person, which you're going to play in a few minutes, got made Track of the Week by BBC introducing Essex and Kames, which was very funny of them when I told them not to tell anyone about the EP. And then Matt was like, this is part of an EP. And I'm like, well, I guess I've got to announce it now.
Did you put it in big letters at the top of the email?
I did actually put it in big letters at the top of the email. Matt, I love you, but that's on you. But yeah, so Ben heard that from the recording, and bless him, the next day on the Friday, I see him doing a cover of it on the piano, and that's only like the second time that anyone has done a cover of any of my work, and it's just really fun, isn't it? I'm looking directly into the camera at the moment. It's just really fun when someone plays your music so much better than you can.
Well,
But no,
I know Ben would not agree with that because he's very self-deprecating.
au contraire. Ben, wherever you are, thank you so much for doing that little cover. It was so massively appreciated. I don't think you have any idea. And as a little thank you, I sent him the full track before it was released, just for him to have a listen to beforehand. Just because if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Scratch yours,
yeah,
exactly.
So if you want to support me in many different ways, then I will give you rewards for it.
Yeah. What I would love, actually, and I don't know if Ben would be up for this because it might be a bit of pressure, but I'd love, Ben, for you to come in here, bring your electric piano like George has done,
Yes.
and just play us a few piano covers
That would
of some
be
of the songs that we
incredible.
played on the show recently.
Like a little medley of songs.
Yeah, exactly. The invitation is there, Ben, if you're up for it. I don't. If you don't want to do it because it's a lot of pressure, then I understand. But that would be fun, and we could get you in and we could chat about Jurassic Shark and your other music.
That would be
But then you can
incredible.
play some covers of some other people's songs while you're here.
That'd be so cool. Ben, the gauntlet has been thrown down. Your move.
Yeah.
But no, that genuinely that
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
yeah, it would be so fun, and it made me so happy when I saw him tag me on Instagram with that story. So thank you very much, Ben. Thank you for the support.
So the track we're going to play is called The Wrong Person.
Yes.
And there's a story to this in terms of how you finished recording it?
Yeah, so it was a song that was from that initial breakup that I had written in like a word vomit section of my notes pad on my phone. But I actually finished it exactly a year later at the British Museum. Sorry, not the British Museum, British Library. I get those two mixed up very regularly. I finished it at the British Library in the cafe area on the first floor a year later.
What were you doing there?
Well, getting a coffee, of course.
Okay.
But also, I wanted to make sure that I was in a different environment than a studio environment because, as you'll hear from the song, it's got a load of slant rhymes. It's got a load of different ways of describing of things that I'm quite proud of in retrospect. And it's one of those that I didn't feel necessarily was quite like radio friendly and quite proud of at the time when I wrote it. But when I showed the demo of it to my producer, he was like, "This has got to be the first song. This has got to be the first song of the EP, and it's got to be one of the lead singles," because he's got a brilliant ear like that and can hear how it's going. So this was finished in the British Library and was still about a breakup that happened the year beforehand, and I wanted to talk in it about like how dare someone can be this brilliant, this inspirational, this unforgettable, and yet also at the same time how can someone leave that quickly without saying goodbye. Really, it's the sort of contrasts between the negative that I love to play with in the song, and I hope you love it too by listening to it.
Isn't it funny how breakups are responsible for some of the best songs?
They fuel a lot of really
Heartache in general.
I mean, one of my favourite sayings of all time is by an Australian writer called Ben Croshaw, and he used to do a load of video game reviews online. That's how he made his money to make his books. He said quite eloquently, life is an exercise in duality. One can experience pain when there's been pleasure, to put it into context. And I do feel like to have those high experiences, you've got to also have those low experiences to make you feel like the highs were worth it. As we say here, looking at each other, both being Norwich City supporters.
Yes.
But yeah, this was one of those songs that encapsulates that saying by Ben Croshaw. And
Can you write a song about the heartache of the East Anglian Derby?
I could. I mean, this is okay. As a shout out, I've always wanted to do two things: get my music in a Sonic the Hedgehog game, and have some of my music played out from Carrow Road. From the Carrow Road speakers. Those are two big things that I have wanted.
You need to come up with a rousing pre-match anthem to get that, I think.
Honestly, I probably need to. One that is like good for walking out of the tunnel.
Yes.
And that's going to be my objective on whatever next catalogue of music is coming out there. But
do you know? Oh, you probably don't know this, but Ross Stewart, we mentioned earlier on, he was lucky enough to be invited to play for a private event at Norwich.
Oh, stop it!
Late last year, and he played for all the players at the training ground.
Stop it! Why have I got to be more envious of Ross than I already am?
But there's an
now?
opportunity for you next year, George. And when Ross went, we were in terrible form, and I did say to him, you probably your fault. You've jinxed everything turning up there.
Was that during the Liam Manning era?
Yes.
Wow.
It was. It was a team building event that they were having.
Oh, was it?
Didn't really work. But Ross was great, and he had a photo with all the players and got to meet them all. I was like, oh my God.
You were living vicariously.
Why did you not
Ross
invite me?
That's so incredible. I need to send Ross a DM to be like, so, who got you that? What's up with that?
Yes. Yeah, no, genuinely do.
He'll
have a contact.
That's a really good idea.
He'll have a contact.
Ross, if you're listening to this, be ready with a violent Instagram DM in about 5 minutes.
Oh, right, George, thank you for coming in. It's been a pleasure to chat to you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so
pleasure
much.
to listen to you play live, as always. This is your new track, then, which is out on Friday.
Out on Friday, April 17th.
Called The Wrong Person.
It's wrong for a person to stay in your head from sunrise to sunset, from morning to bedtime after time, without reason or rhyme. It's wrong for a person to light up your life as bright as Majoris, as long as they just might want me around, still find ways to astound. The break in the day, frame to the window pane, the gown to the pole, leads to my fall, yet still through it all they're unexplainable. Oh, they're unexplainable. It's wrong for a person who just what they say, to declaim in poetics, speak sonnets and plays games with my head, that I'll gladly play along to. Break in the day, the frame to the window pane, the gown to the ball, the leads to my fall, yet still through it all they're unexplainable. get up and leave. No time for adjustment, no time to grieve for what we have lost, or for what it might cost.
You're listening to the New Music Generator with Tim Willett.
I'm surrounded by the debris of everything falling away. The canvas of color running their way down your face. I'm caught between a question. Has the fire left your body now? So PI, are you right? Are you right? Should we brace for impact? Spin the wheel of fortune. We're shadows of the people we used to be, now torn. Should we brace for impact? Spin the wheel of fortune. We're shadows of the people we used to be, now torn. The volume of the world is crashing down around us now. How do we stop this? Smile to kill the doubt. I'm caught between the answer. Do I really want to know the truth? So PI, are you alright? Are you alright? Should we brace for impact? Spin the wheel of fortune. We're shadows of the people we used to be, now torn. Should we brace for impact? Spin the wheel of fortune. We're shadows of the people we used to be, now torn. Should we brace for impact? Spin the wheel of fortune. We're shadows of the people we used to be, now torn. Should we brace for impact? Spin the wheel of fortune. We're shadows of the people we used to be, now torn.
Tiny Vessels. A Communication, their last single, is my ultimate favourite Tiny Vessels song, but that one is coming a close second the more I listen to it. Could overtake at some point. Now, Tiny Vessels are meant to be playing a headline show at the Portland Arms next weekend, but unfortunately have had to postpone it until August. Details of that on their social media. Yeah, really love that track from the band from Cambridgeshire. It's the New Music Generator. You are listening to us across Suffolk on DAB Digital Radio. You might be online on YouTube, hello, or on Instagram, hello again, in visual format. You might be listening to us back again another day, or as part of our podcast, which is available via Spotify. Last week I uploaded the full visual version of the podcast because I realised that was a thing. So you can watch the full thing back if you want to do so. You can listen to us on DAB and then go back and watch. George's live session is available there. We'll post some clips up of that over the next few days as well. And all the details of what's going on at NMG is on our social media accounts. You can follow us at New Music Generator on Instagram or also on Facebook. We are on TikTok, and I'm still waiting for TikTok to give me approval to stream on there so we can do the show on there as well. I'm on my third attempt now. Hopefully they'll accept me at some point. But you can go and follow us on any of those channels if if you wish to do so. Search for us on Spotify. Our podcast is available on there. It'll be available pretty much straight after the programme has aired tonight. We're here for another 35 minutes, because I can't count, and we've still got lots of great music to come from musical artists that have submitted their music to us through our inbox. That's inbox@newmusicgenerator.com. Last week we played you an album track from the forthcoming album release called Yellow Weather Warning by Dead Reynolds. They've got a new single coming out taken from that album. The album is released, as I say, on the 24th of April, and this is the lead single that they're putting out on the same day. This is called Hideaway.
That I have made, dealing with the pressure, alone I hide away. When I'm by myself and no one's there, I'm on my own. I think about the place where someone cares, I call it home. The older I become, the clearer it gets. Living life on a road with regrets. Need my people, get me out of my head. This is the right place, with my family and friends. Fighting on your own, a burden I can't bear. I need to reach out to the people I pretend don't care. When I'm by myself and no one's there, I'm on my own. I think about the place where someone cares, I call it home. The older I become, the clearer it gets. Living life on a road with regrets. Need my people, get me out of my head. This is the right place, with my family and friends. This is the right place, with my family and friends. The older I become, the clearer it gets. Living life on a road with regrets. Need my people, get me out of my head. This is the right place, with my family and friends.
New Music Generator.
Deliver me from the darkness. See the fires are burning alive in their eyes. Heaven's getting too crowded. No satisfaction in their paradise. Falling into the night. I see our burning bright. Taking the fire down from the sky. Burning your wings, learning to fly. They said that you were the stranger.
one string, yeah. They took your crown and they threw you aside. Falling in front of the door, I see her growing strong. Flying on golden wings to the sun. Coming alive, marching on, falling into the night. I see her burning bright. Taking the fire down from the sky. Burning your wings, learning to fly. Deliver me from my sin. No more excuses where I've been. Share your light, I'll let it show. We're coming down from the mountain. Can't turn back the rebellion when spirit is bright. Rising up from the shadows and taking control. Taking back the light. Rise up, morning sun. Though you are fallen no more. The king of the world is at your feet. Speaking the word, set us free. Falling into the night. I see her burning bright. Taking the fire down from the sky. Burning your wings, teach me to fly.
It's been a long time since Brazen Bull have released anything new, and that is their new track, the Bury St Edmunds-based rock group. That is Falling. Before that, you heard Dead Reynolds, a new track from their upcoming album that's called Hideaway. It's out on the 24th of this month. If you are a musical artist, singer, songwriter, band or producer, and you would like your music to be played on this show, get in touch with us. Inbox at newmusicgenerator.com. If you are from East Anglia, we would love to hear from you. And that is exactly what Louis has done. Louis Glasby, originally from Peterborough. He is sending us his latest solo single that is released on the 18th of April. He describes it as short and catchy. It's a pop-punk inspired song dedicated to struggling indie artists. This is Louis' new track called New Signing.
Inflammatory, 2 week story, last month's flavour, then out of favour. Inflammatory, 2 week story, last month's flavour, then out of favour. I'm a man who sees very clearly the fate of which is so very near me, and I've never been so excited to leave behind this life I have spied for one too many years, and finally have all the sun success bestowed on me, or if I'm to be taken away upon an unorthodox holiday. another direction. Some other band's getting traction. In a few weeks it will be there. I should have done this, I'll stop, but I would again. Now everyone I could, I'll call my friends. I stood in another direction. Some of my fans get extraction. In a few weeks it will be there. I should have done this, I'll stop, but I would again. Now everyone I could, I'll call my friends. I stood in another direction. Some of the fans get extraction. In a few weeks it will be there.
Louis Glasby and his new track called New Signing. Right, we've got 25 minutes left to go. We're going to head back over to Suffolk now and play you a new track from the band Study of Us. This track they revisited after 2 years. The track is primarily built from sampling everyday objects from around the house. This is quite an interesting concept. The drums consist of an air fryer, dropping a vase in water, and an old COVID test box. The synths are made from a wine glass, and a bass is made from tying a bit of string to a door. Recently added guitars, vocals, and some supporting samples, and released the track. Are you intrigued? I am. Not listened to this yet. This is called Throw Your Eyeline _Nova, all in lowercase. One of these tracks that has to be stylized in a particular way as you read it. Have a listen to this.
Let's act like it's over. Oh, she's stubborn these days. Let's act like we're sober. Even though we can't see straight. Oh, what a joker. Dragging this punchline out for days. This house has got closure. Just look how we can't. night sky, find a nova that's waking up the night sky. Throw your eye line like a nova and wake up the night.
Can anyone make out the old COVID test box in that, or the air fryer on the drums? That's Study of Us, and this is the New Music Generator.
You're listening to the New Music Generator with Tim Willett.
Now, next week, the Detour Suffolk-based group release their debut EP. This is Noah, George, Sam and Bryony, and I had the pleasure of chatting to them last week for an interview that you are going to hear and be able to watch on the show next Wednesday. Here's a little clip of what we talked about. So, for people who haven't heard you or aren't that familiar with you, what are your musical influences as a band? Do you share kind of common musical influences amongst you, or do you have some of you like a particular artist and some of you think that artist is awful, for example?
I think this is another left to right conversation.
Okay, go on then.
I don't have many particular influences. Probably, well, yeah, but like I don't play like Slash. I really like Slash. I like his playing.
You play a lot of blues stuff.
I do play a lot of Ben Stolica blues, but then he plays a lot of natural. I don't know enough music theory to talk about that actually.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, that's a good shout. A bit of Pearl Jam as well, I'd say. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Elephant in the room. For me, I would say as a like a whole band sound, I would want to take the most inspiration from Queens of the Stone Age, but as in terms of drummers I've been inspired by, I'd have to say like John Bonham, Dave Grohl.
The classics.
Yeah, the classics. Matt Helders as well, keeping it simple but still like, you know, punching through. They're my main ones.
Okay.
Yeah, Queens of the Stone Age definitely have the biggest influence on the band as a whole. Some of the stuff that I've tried writing, especially for the one that got cut, at least, that was definitely inspired by them. But I mean, in terms of singing, cool. I mean, as you take inspiration from Dave Grohl, I'd probably take inspiration from Dave Grohl in terms of his singing with Foo Fighters rather than with his drumming of Nirvana. And of Queens of the Stone Age. I don't really know who else I'd really take inspiration from otherwise, to be honest. I don't. It's going to sound really prima donna vocalist of me, but there's no one like me.
There's no one like you, Noah. You can hear more of that interview next week when the Detour join me live. But for now, let's listen to a track taken from their EP that is released next week. The EP is called Green Acres Disease, and this track is called Lost Property. That is The Detour. The track is called Lost Property. That's the third of the tracks on the EP that we've now played. Tick. Or on the camera. Tick, that way, because everything's reversed on a camera, isn't it? We'll play the other track next week after that interview that you'll be able to see. Thanks to the guys for taking the time to chat. They gave me the opportunity to test out doing a Zoom interview, both audio and visually. So you'll be able to see that next week. That all turned out quite nicely. If you weren't watching or listening to the show last week, then you might not have heard the news of a new program that we're bringing to our YouTube channel, which is called Behind the Music, and it will be presented by Alex Elbro, who joined me to co-host the second part of the show last week. Basically, the plan with YouTube is to turn it into a hub of content. And Alex's program is going to be the first thing that we put on there, but there will be more, lots more things we're working on in the background that we'll be announcing over the next few weeks and months. But Alex is going to do a series of programs where she'll be sitting down with interesting music artists from across the scene, finding out more about them and having a proper good old chat. And that's a visualized podcast that we'll be putting up on our YouTube channel. It'll start at some point next month. We're just putting together the finishing touches of the guests and booking those all in, then we'll be able to announce the guest list for that show in the next couple of weeks as well. So that's coming up on our YouTube channel very soon. You'll have obviously, if you're listening to us on DAB across Suffolk tonight, heard of our broadcast partnership with Gen X Radio Suffolk. So hello to everybody who's listening on there tonight. And there are more broadcast partnerships. We're back on the radio for the first time since we left the old place in February. But there'll be another one to announce in the next couple of weeks that will bring us on the radio to another part of the Eastern region, which is very exciting indeed. And also in exciting news, Ben Mulholland has said that he is up for coming in and doing some piano covers. So Ben, I'll be in touch. We'll get you in next few weeks if that's okay with you. Look forward to that. Right, let's get back to our playlist. We've got a few more tracks to play from the inbox that we haven't covered yet this week. If you have sent us your music, allow us sometimes a week or so to get back to you, because we do get a lot of music sent through. I've still got stuff outstanding that we haven't got around to playing this week, so we will get back to you at some point. Now, Dean Frost is an Essex-based indie folk artist. We played a few of his tracks on the show, and he has just released, as of last week, his debut EP called Two Minds. The songs on it draw from his journey of overcoming anxiety, from struggling to confidently play covers at open mics to finally recording and releasing his own music. His highlights include having reached 28,000 plus streams on his recent releases. He's also played at, he was going to be playing this year, at Cambridge Folk Festival and at Brighton The Corners. Cambridge Folk Festival, interesting, Dean. Let's play you a track from the EP that we have not yet featured on this show. This is called Blue Ruin.
Woke up in a funk today. The grey clouds just won't go away. 'Cause you are lost and probably gone as far as I can see. I'm just feeling out of sorts, seeing red with all my thoughts. Oh my darling Clementine, I just wish that you were mine. Blue wanna forget you, see. Still hoping that I'm yet to find eternal sunshine and spotless mind.
The track is called Blue Ruin. This is the New Music Generator. Hello to Jennifer Ness. She says, "Hi Tim, I'm a singer-songwriter based near Diss and wanted to share my upcoming single, Prodigal Son, which is out on April the 17th. It's part of my debut album, which I'm releasing later this year, with a launch show booked at the Banham Barrel on October the 11th. I've recently released my first single, What If, and will be playing at the First Light Festival in June, alongside a number of other live dates locally. I'm also currently working in the studio with," he's getting a lot of mentions today, "Ross Stewart, who was the winner of the Breakout Artist at last year's NMG Awards. But I'm due to go in to see Paul to play another track in the next couple of weeks. I'd love for this track to be considered for a play on the New Music Generator." Well, and as I said to you, Jennifer, as a response, any friend of Ross Stewart's is a friend of mine. Jennifer is a UK singer-songwriter and pianist, crafting emotionally rich, melodic piano-led songs that explore love, loss, family, and the passing of time with striking honesty. Following a successful acting career, Jennifer returns to piano after a profound period of personal change. Her background in performance brings natural command and emotional depth to the stage, creating live shows that feel intimate, grounded, and deeply connected. This track is out on Friday, the 17th of April. It's called Prodigal Son.
You're not meant to have favorites, but I know that you do. We're not meant to have secrets, but you act like you have no clue. His way or the highway, it can never be his fault. Silence is his superpower, so why do you exalt the blue-eyed boy, the chosen one? Prodigal son who can do no wrong. The blue-eyed boy, the chosen one. The prodigal son who can do no wrong. Who can do no wrong. Who can do no wrong. I can see right through you. You can charm me with that smile. No one can escape karma, even if they're the golden child. You've got your own flying monkey tending to your needs. You think you're above the law, and oh how our heart bleeds for the blue-eyed boy, the chosen one, the prodigal son who can do no wrong. The blue-eyed boy, the chosen one, the prodigal son who can do no wrong. Who can do no wrong. Who can do no wrong. Constant admiration is what you need to thrive. You're over entitled, and I've always had to strive. Envious of others, you leave chaos in your way. Is this nature at its worst, or did somebody make the blue-eyed boy, the chosen one, the prodigal son who can do no wrong? The blue-eyed boy, the chosen one, the prodigal son who can do no wrong. Who can do no
one, the prodigal son who can do no wrong. The blue-eyed boy, the chosen one, the prodigal son who can do no wrong. The blue-eyed boy, the chosen one, the prodigal son who can do no wrong, who can do no wrong.
Prodigal Son by Jennifer Ness.
Who can do no wrong?
If you are a singer-songwriter, band or producer and you'd like your music featured on the programme, inbox at newmusicgenerator.com. We'd be pleased to hear from you. That wraps up this week's programme. Thank you very much for listening, wherever that may be. You can find the podcast available on Spotify as a visualised podcast very soon indeed, and also wherever you get the rest of your podcasts from. You can listen to the show again on demand, and a full list of where you can find the programme is on our website, newmusicgenerator.com. I'll be back next week, same time, with The Detour live in conversation, as you already heard earlier on. And, well, I'll say live, recorded from a couple of weeks ago. And I will leave you with this track from Myopia. This is their latest release, and it is Two on the Ground. Bye-bye.